What was your off-season like?
Well, I had planned. We were going to do like a whole like mini world tour through the month of I don't even know August, but I got backed up a little bit because Japan requires visas now, which it hadn't before COVID. It's a COVID thing, and I didn't know that, honestly. I was asking my agent who was helping me out setting up the accommodations and everything to check with all the countries, what their COVID requirements were. And then he came back and said, you need a visa for Japan. So we thought we had time to get it set up. And this was going to be like, we were going to leave the 8th of August. And, our anniversary, the day we met, everything's August 15th. So I figured I'd be doing, the proposal in Paris or Tokyo, somewhere outside of America, So I was like, I'll think of something grand and great and everything. And I love Japan. It's my favorite place to go. The embassy in America was not cooperating with me getting getting tourist visas. I don't think they want international tourists right now. Maybe they've finally gotten over COVID a bit more, but they've been playing it tight. And so they kept sending back the tourist visa application. You got to fill this out. This isn't right. This needs to be different. Just back and forth for like a week and a half. And then once we apparently got it fully done, they were like, oh no, we're not taking tourist visa applications at this time. We need business visas. So we had to go through that whole process. And as that all went on, we had to make cuts to our trip and everything. Our trip was still great, but, we had to make cuts and everything. And one thing I didn't realize was that even though our trip was getting postponed, August 15th was still coming. And so, right, exactly. Yeah, that's what happened. And so, we were at our house in Orlando waiting for all this to get figured out. And I think it was like August 13th. It was a Saturday. And I think the 15th was a Monday. And I didn't know this at the time. I just, in my mind, I was going to propose on the trip. So I didn't have to worry about it. I'd figure out a plan where we were and everything. Once the trip got solidified, then I'd figure out the plan. And it was in the morning, and Haley was like, "Oh, what do you want to do on Monday?" And I was like, "It's Saturday. Like, why is she asking that?" I was like, "Oh, we can go to SeaWorld, maybe get some Red Robin or something like that, And she's like, "Oh, okay." Like incredibly disappointed, and I had no idea why. And then that's like later on in the day, I figured out, oh shoot, that's the 15th. And she wasn't expecting a proposal, but like she was expecting something, right? And so I got on the phone with my agent with Motts, and I was like, Motts, I'm in Orlando, like the 15th's here, I got my ring, like he's been with me the whole time, we've had the ring sent out there and everything like that, so we were somewhat prepared. And I was like, but the way Japan's going, I need to figure out something to do here. So luckily, we were in Orlando where we had met in Animal Kingdom, everything like that. We got on the horn with Disney and their sports people and everything. And they were able to set us up with a dinner that night in Animal Kingdom at one of their nice restaurants, Tiffin's. We got to hang out a bit after the park, in the park after it closed. The Tree of Life was lit up. So we brought the location like back between Asia and Africa, Animal Kingdom. And I was like looking around. I wasn't super nervous at that point. I was a little nervous just because I'd gone so far the opposite way from having it really planned in a foreign country, like somewhere nice, like in Kyoto or Mont Saint Michel or something like that. Or, I was like, all right, we just laid in bed all day. I was like, hey, you want to go to Animal Kingdom and get something to eat? So I kept it casual. So I was doing all right. Plus, it was dark. It wasn't as hot, so I wasn't sweating too much through my shirt. But I got to the spot, and my guy's like, hey, look at the Tree of Life. Isn't that cool? And so she's taking her pictures, and I'm texting our Disney contact, like, hey, where are you guys at? Like, I'm here. Like, you guys got to be ready for this. I'm ready to go. He's like, don't worry. You can't see us, but we see you. I was like, oh, okay. So I went ahead and did it. So it wasn't exactly how, I planned it or anything like that, but it was perfect because that was where we met to the day years later. It was really cool. And apparently she was surprised too. Like because she was saying like, I was just so casual the whole day. Like she thought about it a little bit, but she wasn't expecting it. So I still caught her off guard. So it was good.